whoever you are, wherever you are, hope you are blessed and doing safe. Ladies and gentlemen, greetings, family. Of course, I'm tuning in. You see me without the glasses off today, but if you're looking for some opportunities, particular advertisement opportunities, then look no further at the link at the bottom to my email address. You can hit me up for advertisement opportunities. We are supporting and promoting your businesses here on this channel. You can also, if you would like to donate and subscribe to our Patreon, a link is at the bottom as well. So you have multiple ways in which you can advertise with the platform by emailing me when we go on do our live stream. You also have access to premium content, those that want to see premium content that you will not find here on YouTube or Facebook or Twitter, as I am suspended probably by now. You guys can check out the Patreon at link at the bottom. But advertisement opportunities, definitely email me, gavin.grich1@gmail.com for rates. And for the Patreon, it is the same as the YouTube channel. It is channel gboot2786. All right, I'll holla. Peace.
Tell me everything you give me. I always keep it inside. You're the driving force in my life. Yeah. There isn't anything or anyone that I could be, and it just wouldn't be right. Never didn't have you by my side. Oh, you were there for me to love and care for me. And skies were gray. Whenever I was down, you were always there to comfort me. No one else can be what you have been to me. You will always be the girl in my life for all time. Mama, mama, you know I love you.
All right. Sorry about that, y'all. I was having some issues. I don't know, technical issues, but we were playing the music earlier. I don't know, it's probably YouTube's way of kicking us off. But happy Mother's Day to all the ladies who are watching the show tonight. I need you all. Welcome to another live stream. If you're watching via X, Rumble, Facebook, or YouTube, I want you to hit that notification bell so when we go live, and make sure you hit that like, share, and subscribe button to know that we are not dead. We are alive. We are alive. And I'm coming at you with five on this special Mother's Day. I'm making it a very long Mother's Day tribute. Obviously, we everybody's got plans, everybody's doing something, but I did want to wish all the mothers a happy Mother's Day. Make sure, of course, to support this channel. You go to my Rumble page. We'll have a direct link. I've put a direct link in the chat for everyone to go to watch the live stream here. So when we go live, so that is the Rumble link. Make sure we got people watching on X too. I have about five people. Make sure y'all smashing up the likes and you're sharing. Make sure you hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Also, drop something in the Cash App, PayPal, Zelle. As you know, our channel is not monetized, so we welcome anything and everyone to come on this channel. So uh it is Mother's Day. And it is a beautiful Mother's Day. It's not raining just yet, although it looks dark out here in New Orleans. Where's my family, my people, uh, my family out in Atlanta? I know we have Dar. I haven't seen him in a while, but Darius from Atlanta was my dude. Uh, I'm gonna start off with this because it is Mother's Day, and I thought this was funny. So I usually end with funny stuff because we get real serious. But since I mentioned Mother's Day, I'm gonna just go ahead and put this up and start with this topic. I don't know if many of you know, but Anita Baker has not been the good year for Anita Baker. She's had issues with a tour with Babyface late last year. She also had issues with his fans coming at her, asking him to step down, and she canceled her concert on yesterday when it was set to start 5 minutes. And all them aunties, all them mothers were actually packed in, were ready for great Mother's Day treat when Anita Baker canceled her concert. And a lot of the ladies, of course, were offended and upset because they got their wigs and their perms all straightened up. They had all their perfume, they were in their best dressed auntie get up. And so they were downright pissed. So this happened yesterday. Somebody posted this. So they were all upset at Anita Baker. I want y'all to see what she says, what happens right here. Hold on. This is
Anita bald-headed ass. They canceled the concert. I've been waiting for her since
it's got the
January.
music
And her
playing in it, so
bald-headed
I gotta
ass
talk.
canceled the concert. Look at us. We all standing out here ready. Ready, waiting. And her bald-headed ass canceled the concert last minute. Pissed. Pissed, Anita. I'm pissed. Anita bald-headed ass. They canceled the concert. I've been waiting. And her bald-headed ass canceled the concert. Look at us. We all standing out here ready. Ready, waiting. And her bald-headed ass canceled the concert last minute. Pissed. Pissed, Anita. I'm pissed. Anita
All
bald-headed
headed
ass.
ass.
They
Oh, you know
canceled
they
the
mad when they
concert.
go for the hair.
I've been waiting for her since January. And her bald-headed ass canceled the concert. Look at us. We all standing out here ready.
Oh,
Ready,
yeah.
waiting.
So yeah, man, them aunties were pissed. They were all ready. They had their makeup. They were all get together. They were all fit, ready for the show yesterday for their Mother's Day weekend. And Anita Baker canceled. Now, what is being told? We don't know exactly why it was canceled, but they say that there were quote unforeseen circumstances, according to Live Nation. Live Nation is the promotion company that is sponsoring Anita Baker's tour. I should say promoting Anita Baker's tour. And it was called An Evening with Anita Baker, and it was set to begin at 7 p.m. at the State Farm Arena in Atlanta, but was canceled shortly beforehand. So One concert go up hosted. So mom's Mother's Day tickets present was tickets to the Anita Baker concert tonight. And after making us stand there for over 30 minutes after doors were supposed to open, they just canceled the concert outright. I feel bad for the arena staff though, because people are not happy. A lot of people were looking forward to this. So one lady wrote, user, her name was Tiffany Castillo, was moved to tears last year. Said she was looking forward to this year's concert as a Mother's Day gift for her mother-in-law, and she found out the concert was canceled when she was already paid for parking. She even spent extra money to get floor seats. Girl, a lot of people aren't happy with Anita Baker. So I don't know if anybody's interested, but it looks like Live Nation is offering $25 concert tickets. I don't think that's consolation for the Anita Baker concert or how they're going to uh, do that, but I'm guessing they're going to have to refund everybody all of the money that all of their tickets, obviously, uh, that they paid for. Did y'all know, because we have Essence Fest coming up? Essence Fest. Hold on, let me stop the screen. Essence Fest is coming up in July, and Janet Jackson was supposed to perform actually in New Orleans, I believe, in June before Essence Fest, but she was named to the Essence Fest lineup. So people were looking forward to seeing her perform, but now her concert tour that was supposed to be before Essence, because she's been added, is now actually going to be at canceled, and now she's going to be performing the one closing one of the shows. I believe she's closing that Sunday because Baby Cash Money Baby is hosting Essence Fest this year. So Friday is going to be Cash Money night, then Saturday is Charlie Wilson, and then Sunday night is supposed to be Anita Baker. So that's very interesting. Let me play some music, because when I play music, I think y'all do better listening to it. So, all right, all right. I'm gonna come on screen in a little bit. So a lot of people were upset with Anita, but I think Anita's gonna have to do the "I Apologize" tour. That's coming up. Anita's gonna do the "I Apologize" tour. Apologize to everybody, Babyface, and his fans. Oh yeah. So yeah, but I think when they have situations like that, they got to refund people their money. Otherwise, if you have pissed off customers, then you can also basically have pissed off fans, and fans will no longer spend cash money on any of these promoters, these concert specialists like Live Nation and so forth, because they got screwed out of a lot of money. It's not cheap to get floor seats at a concert. It's not cheap to buy concert tickets unless you're sitting up all the way in the building, depending on how high in demand they are. So he's lucky. They're lucky, yeah. But that was interesting. Yeah, a lot of people upset. The aunties upset at Anita Baker for canceling her show. And a second. But I apologize. Now make sure you smash the like, smash the like. Shout out to my man Charles Gibson, who's been supporting me. I've been seeing your brother on X. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the support. I appreciate it. Ah. Oh. Sorry about that. So Yeah, I appreciate the support, brother Charles Gibson. I see you all the time. Support me on X. I appreciate it. So we're gonna move into our next topic. I told y'all I want to be long. Now, this is a little bit more serious. We're gonna be talking about the main story that happened this past week. I have been swamped. There we go. Y'all see, I have been swamped all week, literally with legal work. I haven't really had a break, a chance to relax, and I have been swamped doing legal work. I didn't have a show all last week because I had a trial I was preparing for all week, and it was tough. It was not an easy case, but I did get a not guilty out of a very uh, hard case, at least for the tough verdict, the top verdict, which was really gonna hurt my client. So we got a not guilty out of that, which was great. I won't go too much in detail, but it's a lot of work, man, doing this type of stuff. It's not for the weak. But anyway, I'm here with you all, and I want to talk about obviously this main issue was what happened out in Florida in uh, Okaloosa, Okaloosa County, Florida. I hope I'm saying that right. Where we had a young brother by the name of Roger Forston, an airman, a senior airman who was a special ops, who actually was gunned down in his home for supposedly the sheriff's deputy, whose name has not been released, nor has his picture, nor has his race, according to the AP, although we can figure it out, who opened fire on Forston. And the sheriff, Eric Ayton, who has been going around, we know who he is. He's been going around for years and months. Whenever his deputies get in trouble with something, he's always going to take their side. He has stated that the deputy acted in self-defense. Now, what you may have seen in the videos that's going on, and the video is disturbing. So this happened in Fort Walton Beach, Florida. Uh, Supposedly there was some type of disturbance, and there's body camera footage of the deputy talking to talking to the woman who reported this downstairs, and went up to Forston's apartment. Now, Forston's family, especially through their attorneys, have stated that the deputy went to the wrong apartment and also didn't give Forston a right or opportunity to actually drop the to surrender or drop the gun. Now, Forston was playing video games apparently. I believe he was waiting on or with his girlfriend, who's 23 years old, an airman, and he went to the door with his firearm in his hand. But it's important to point out he never opened fire or never and pointed the gun in particular at the deputy. So we're going to play the clip. Of course, I want to warn everybody. There's a warning. It is graphic. Viewer discretion is advised because there's a death that's involved. But this is the video. So
Sheriff's office, open the door.
you can't slow this down. So fair use. You gotta say fair use with these videos.
Sheriff's office, open the door.
Now he is announcing himself as a sheriff's deputy. He's announced, open the door. Now,
Drop the gun.
what look I see from this image, couple of things. This is Forston. You see that he has a gun in his hand. Someone has knocked on his door. And at first I thought that was a holster on his, but I know he's holding his gun in his right hand, so it's not it. That's a vacuum cleaner in the back. The deputy has his pistol already pointed at him, and he opens fire several times, hitting Forston and killing him. Now, Forston's gun is in his right hand. It's pointed. That you see, did Forston ever point the weapon at the deputy. And that's very important. That is something that should come up if and when this case goes to court, because part of having self-defense, now this is coming from the AP, there has to be, generally speaking, when you argue self-defense, there has to be an imminent danger or threat to cause serious bodily injury. So, in other words, if a person reasonably feared that he was in imminent danger of losing his life or grave bodily injury, that is when deadly force is necessary. So, is having a gun a dangerous object? Of course it is. It's a weapon. However, the circumstances, you're going to have to look at the timing of this. Now, he opens the door and he sees this, and yet he opens fire immediately. You see that Forston's left hand is up in the air, trying to calm the deputy down. Now, what the family is arguing, and they have an attorney, a la, you guessed it, Ben Crump. The family, because it's in Florida, the family is adamant that he was never a threat. They went to the wrong apartment. When he knocked on the door with the deputy knocked, he had covered the peephole so he couldn't see who it is. He was playing video games and probably he didn't know who this was. Now, I do hear from the audio, of course, and I'm being fair. The deputy announced himself twice. But is it possible he couldn't have heard that? It may very well be. It could be. Of course, we can't ask Forston that because he's dead. But a gun alone doesn't mean justifiable force.
Do not move. Stop moving. Stop moving. Hang on, man. We got an EMS coming for you. Don't move.
So that's what it said. This is the video from the AP. Again, we claim fair use. Now, some experts, policing experts, say Forston simply holding a gun, like I said, when he opened the door wasn't enough justification to use deadly force. But investigators would have to consider what information the deputy knew when he responded and whether Forston showed any behavioral indication that he posed a threat. They also said the proliferation of legal and illegal firearms is forcing officers throughout the country to have to decide faster than ever what constitutes a deadly threat. The speed of the shooting is pretty intense. Adams, who is an assistant professor of criminology at the University of South Carolina and a former police officer, said after watching the body camera footage. He said the speed of the shooting is pretty intense. The presence of the gun enhances the risk, but mere presence is not at all a justification for using deadly force. The redacted video released by the Okaloosa County Sheriff in response to allegations raised by attorneys by Forston's family showed the deputy speaking to a woman outside the Fort Walton Beach apartment complex who described someone hearing an argument. The deputy, whose name and race have not been released, bangs on the door, pauses, and knocks again, yelling he's from the sheriff's office. Forston eventually answers the door and holds what appears to be a gun by his side, pointed at the ground. And within a few seconds, the deputy shoots Forston 6 times, only for him to drop his weapon. So he didn't give him a chance, and you saw that, to drop the gun. He didn't say it immediately. Adams, the sheriff, stated, "We also live in a nation." I'm saying Adams, the professor, says, "We also live in a nation with more guns than people. If the mere presence of a gun were the standard for reasonable use of deadly force, we would be awash with police shootings." That's correct. One man, who's the executive director of the Police Executive Research Forum, Chuck Wexler, said, "This is a tragedy on so many levels for everyone, for the family and for the officer. Gun accelerate decision making And that's the challenge here. No, the challenge is you officers who are that much of a fucking coward. If you're that much of a coward and scared of a gun, then maybe you shouldn't be a police officer. You are as officers of the law. And I deal with cops all the time in my work. I'll come in and I see them in court. I'm respectful at the same time. I know that they have the power if they wanted to, and this is just in general, to if they felt feared or scared for their life, they could actually open fire and kill someone or kill me if they felt threatened. Just because he's scared. I fear for my life. You move a little strange. I had a case like that recently. People calling the police on individuals for no reason. That was one of the case that I was dealing with. And a whole mess starts as a result of it. We don't know what happened. I heard an argument. Well, have hearing an argument. Here's my question: what type of are you? You never seen people argue before? You never heard an argument before? Did you hear that we could call the police anytime there's an argument or a dispute? Yell. If that's the case, our whole police department across the country would be swamped with calls. Having an argument would be a crime. A bunch of people would be in jail for an argument. It's a damn shame. And this was a young man who had his career ahead of him. And I got to tell you this, and I'm going over this so I can save your life. Ladies and gentlemen, if the police tell you to stop, move, don't stop, walk back to me, don't move. Listen to what they say. You're not going to win with these people by fighting with them. That's just the reality. You respect you can record, document everything. Have cameras in your home, outside your home too, because that's important. That's very important, ladies and gentlemen, to have cameras set up inside your home, outside your home to document everything that goes on, because that that is the protection that you need from a lot of this foolishness that we see going on today. What you see in that video, what you see from some of these females who want to set brothers up, because I've lived through it, I've seen it. Protect yourself, family. And, I wait also when you have a situation like this. It's sad and it's unfortunate that this brother died. But if the police announce themselves, if you can see, especially if there are police, the wise thing to do is not to have your firearm around you. Anytime they see it, they're going to use it and think you're a threat. But, I understood and understand he probably thought somebody was playing a prank on him, or somebody who says they're the police officers. And this has happened when they dress up in fake uniforms. They do rob people. That happens. So be safe. I'm real sorry that this young brother lost his life the way that he did. And it's a shame. It's really a shame. But yeah, they got Ben Crump on the case. I know how a lot of people feel about Ben Crump. Remember this though. Crump is not a prosecutor. He is a civil attorney. So his job is to get the bag. That's essentially what his job is to get the bag. So, but that's that. But rest in power, Airman Roger Fortson. I want to go through this final topic. Now, this one took the cake this past week. I ain't seen. I thought what happened to that brother. Well, let me rephrase that. Botham John out in Dallas, Texas, was something when his little brother hugged his brother's murderer on after the verdict, and then the judge handing her a Bible was one thing. I thought I saw everything. This, ladies and gentlemen, this story takes the cake, a big slice of it. We have a aspiring doctor from I believe Ruston, Louisiana, by the name of Christopher Gilbert. Now, I defended this brother because he was left for brain dead. He was out with his friends. This happened in Farmerville, Louisiana, outside a restaurant where they were supposedly horsing around, and he nearly drowned in a lake right behind the restaurant after being pushed in. And he was pushed in by a friend who has been identified as a co-worker named Cassidy Holland. You can already tell what she looks like. And Chris has defended the honor of Cassidy. Because if you saw this video, I tweeted about this, but he was left for brain dead, and we called for answers. His mama had been going on in the news talking about how she wanted justice for her baby. They had community activists coming out for him, wanting answers because the sheriff's office hadn't made any arrests, nothing like that. So this was his mama, and this is a story. So let me play this. I gotta do this fair to you. So here's the story. Hold on. Here's the story.
Devontae Martin, here's the story.
A beam of light. Christopher Gilbert has always lit up the room. Gilbert, who recently graduated with his master's degree from Louisiana Tech University, was planning to become a doctor. But on April 14th, the 26-year-old's life took a turn after he ended up in the water of Lake Darbo in Farmerville. Chris and a group of friends went down to the lakefront restaurant, Red's Tails and Shells, and according to Union Parish Police, the friend group said he just kind of fell into the water. After further investigation, it was discovered that the group was horseplaying, and deputies say a woman from the group pushed Chris into the water. The sheriff's office says he was underwater at least 5 minutes until bystander Dawson Faust rescued him from the water. After being transported to a Shreveport hospital, Gilbert has since been in critical condition with little improvement. His mother, Yolanda George, says the past 2 weeks have been hard.
Emotionally strained, mentally drained. It's just been a nightmare not knowing day to day what to expect, from his condition.
With Gilbert still being on 2 life support machines, George says the incident has dimmed the light on his future.
My baby, all he ever wanted to do was be a doctor, and to watch him go through what he's going through. He don't deserve it, not knowing what his quality of life is going to be when this is over.
The Farmerville Police Department is now investigating the incident. George says she still does not know what all happened that day.
Who's ever responsible for my child, and I mean everybody that's responsible, I want accountability. I want justice.
A community prayer vigil is being held for Chris at 2 p.m. Wednesday at Oshner LSU in Shreveport. Reporting in Farmerville, Devontae Martin, KNOE 8 News.
So this is up in Shreveport, and a lot of people were wondering what happened. And to everyone's surprise, Gilbert actually ended up off of life support.
On our news tonight, what's been described by many as a miracle. We gave you the first alert.
He recovered.
Chris Gilbert, who was allegedly pushed into a lake by one of his friends. According to family, Chris was submerged underwater for more than 10 minutes. Thankfully, he survived. And after spending more than 2 weeks on life support, Chris's mother says tonight he is officially off life support. This is truly amazing. Take a look at your screen right now. This is a recent photo of Chris sent to us from his mother, Yolanda.
Fair use.
He was in much better shape. Tonight he is still in the hospital, but family say he is doing much better. The incident happened a little more than 2 weeks ago in Farmerville, Louisiana. Chris was hanging out with friends at a lakefront restaurant when one of his friends allegedly pushed him into the water. This left Chris with major brain damage, and he was on life support, but according to family, his health is improving. And although it has been a significant improvement in his health, his family is still searching for justice and answers.
In the days of recovery with him progressing, it's still a struggle, it's still a battle because we don't know day for day what to expect. And I just want his quality of life to be restored. I don't want my son to have to suffer from something that was not his fault totally.
It's one black kid and a group of white kids that's his friends, and one of them pushed him into the water. But nothing is happening. Nothing is happening as far as justice in Chris' situation.
But right now, there's no exact timeline on when Chris will be released from the hospital, but his family says it could be very soon. Community activists say they plan to continue fighting until Chris receives justice, including taking a trip to Union Parish to speak with law enforcement in the coming weeks. You can find updates on this story on air and on our News 12 app.
So Chris is off life support. He's doing better. I wonder if there was some damage while he was on life support and brain dead for several days, because now this story has come out. Now, I always try and wait before I tweet or say anything. This story has now come out. Chris has come out basically stating, so this is what he wrote. Aspiring doctor Christopher Gilbert, who was pushed into the Louisiana lake, speaks out and defends the friend who did it. I knew Cassidy wanted to push me in for messing with her, so I kind of played into it. I misjudged the situation. Negro, what? Now, I want y'all to look very carefully. So, this is from the Daily Mail. Now, I got what he said. I also have the video, but he says no, wasn't he didn't think anyone did anything intentionally wrong. And so Gilbert and his new lawyer, I'm wondering what happened with the old lawyer. She just fucking left. I would have just fired his. Who wants this case? If he says there was no ill intent, he doesn't want to press any charges. Gilbert, keep in mind, this happened in Farmerville, Louisiana on April 14th, and Cassidy pushes him in, and he was left fighting for his life for 20 minutes. Now, his heart stopped, and a patron from a nearby restaurant saw what happened, hauled him into the surface, and began CPR. They said he was almost brain dead, and he made a miraculous recovery. Now, that's Cassidy Holland, his co-worker. Oh, we know why. We know why Chris is defending Cassidy. So these are his friends. So there's a video I'm going to play. But I want y'all to listen to this. So I'm going to read this. Later, Holland told the Post, she said she didn't mean to hurt Gilbert, and instead the group actually tried to save him. She said, I would never try to hurt him. Chris is a beautiful person, my co-worker and dear friend. I'm so thrilled at his recovery and getting back to normal. Well, you don't have to actually intend to hurt someone. If you look at what happened with Alec Baldwin. Look what happened to the woman who made the on the set of the film Rust, where the stunt coordinator was killed. They tried the woman, the weapons handler on the set, and she was found guilty, I believe, of negligent homicide. Alec Baldwin is facing the same charges because he was a producer on the movie. And a family lawyer, Claudia Payne. So they can file suit. They can arrest you if you kill someone. You don't have to intend necessarily. If you act with negligence, if you do something just so stupid, you could be legally responsible. And his attorney, Aaron Lawrence, said they don't intend to press any charges against Holland or the restaurant. Well, that's up to the state. It's not up to the lawyer. They can file a suit if they want. But you see the friends standing over the pier there looking at him. They don't look like they're desperate or in a hurry to get him out. But here's what's damning about this. So he's forgiven them. Their friends told the police he just kind of fell into the water before a young woman admitted that she had pushed him off the pier during horseplay. So they changed their story. Gilbert was pulled from the water by a patron at the restaurant, Dawson Faust, who noticed what happened and dived in. And if not for Faust, he may have died. These are all Chris's friends. Now, Gilbert said he wasn't brain dead and said they were completely false, even though we got these pictures of him on a ventilator. You got chest tubes. You got stuff running up your nostrils. You got two ventilators, according to the reports. And he says he wasn't brain dead. He says, I took my keys my wallet and my phone out of my pockets and took off my shoes. I knew Cassidy wanted to push me in for messing with her, so I kind of played it into it. I thought maybe the water wouldn't be as deep. And I kind of hit the ground and I get my food and shoot up and come back up and grab the pier and stand there. And the water ended up being deeper than what I thought and a lot colder. I misjudged the situation. And he says he hated claims about him being brain dead or attempting this for it to be some sort of race issue. Plus, who would want a doctor who has suffered brain damage? He exclaimed. But here's the thing, from what they say here, he couldn't swim. So why, if you couldn't swim, his own mama said this. The mama said the young lady like I did. Remember we saw the mama earlier. Mama said I did, and why would you push my son in the lake knowing he couldn't swim? She said, well, ma'am, I didn't know that man couldn't swim. The concerned mother then asked who the girl meant by that man, but understood soon enough she meant Chris. She continued, everyone knows he can't swim. He jokes about not being able to swim. Even when he continues to the restaurant, the owner of the restaurant stated everybody knows Chris can't swim, and they've been coming in there for 2 years. He's always joking about it. Now he's on life support for 3 weeks. His Mother Yolanda, that's Yolanda, and that's Claudia Payne. That's his lawyer. I reached out to them for an interview. I do. I actually gotta have I gotta purchase some more to sell. I'm trying to get that in stores. They raised $21,420 towards their goal. Here's some good news for their medical expenses on their GoFundMe page. I'm obviously not giving you shit. I hope, man. I hope they refund. I hope they refund it. I'm tired. Why would you caused it? You get pushed in the lake knowing you can't swim. Everybody knows you can't swim, and then you come out and say, "Oh, I don't think it was malicious." And it was 15 feet of water. It was 15 feet deep right there. You have boats that dock there. This was what he said. I want y'all to listen. These are his words. Hold on. That's him and Chris. That's him and Chrissy Snow. Or Janet. No, Janet from Three's Company. Janet was the brunette. Oh. Mm.
Dirty pile of laundry used last night with Mongo.
Support and like all the prayers and everybody getting back to me. And as far as anything racially motivated, that's completely false. I don't really trios arrested anything wrong. I really don't think anyone did anything intentionally. I knew it was gonna happen, and kind of thought maybe like the water wouldn't be as deep. I would kind of hit the ground, get my footing up, and come back up and grab the pier, and just kind of stand up there. So, and then the water ended up being deeper than we thought, ended up being a lot colder than we thought. Relief, I felt like I was very like emotional because it's been 3 weeks since I've seen any of them. And we're a pretty tight knit group.
I don't rush to judgment with stuff. And I'm done with his ass. Stupid. I can't swim, but I'm going to go to the pier and I'm going to get pushed in. I think I'm going to sprung up. See, here's my thing. If you've been going to that restaurant for 2 years, I'm pretty sure they see boats dock. A boat is not going to if boats come up to there and dock off that pier and park, a boat would scrape up they would scrape up their motor if they would go into shallow water like that, depending on how low it is. So I have a hard time believing he actually thought. I mean, he misjudged it. Yeah, it's possible people can misjudge stuff, but obviously, if you know you can't swim, maybe I shouldn't be around water. So that's why I'm not so quick when stuff like this happens to defend people. I'm cautious. I'm always cautious until stuff happens. Shout out to you. What's going on, Buzzer Cam H? I will hug my mom. You do the same for your mother as well, my friend. We're gonna go ahead, guys. It is Mother's Day. I need to go and wrap some stuff up and relax for the rest of the weekend. I just saw even the NBA game. It looked like the Pacers blew out the Knicks by like 40 something points. So NBA finals have actually started to get good when it gets deeper into like the semi-conference and then which they have, and the divisional, which they have now. Of course, my Pelicans were eliminated in the first round anyway, one game. But like these, yeah, Pacers and Knicks have been good. Yeah, I think the Western Conference, Dallas and OKC played yesterday. I believe Dallas won. So they've been pretty good. Make sure you all hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Please donate to the Cash App, PayPal, or Zelle. Support. Danielle, shout out to you. Happy Mother's Day to you. Yes, I do still sell my seasoning. I'm actually got to purchase some more from. We have a company that actually makes our special seasoning, and we're trying to actually get it in stores. So I'm working on that now. Still working on it.
Get a little closer.
Sorry. So, we're going to wrap this thing up. Shout out to all the moms out there in the world. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Y'all know I couldn't forget Mother's Day without showing a picture of moms here. She doesn't really like social media, but I'm going to go ahead and put this picture up of Mama. Hold on a second. This was what? Oh, Jesus. Hold on a second, y'all. I'm getting tired of this computer. Okay, wait. It's giving me some bullshit. All right, hold on. Okay. It's just giving me. All right, I'm gonna see that I can do this probably right now because I have to add it as a tab. But there we go. There we go. Mama's into the selfies. Happy Mother's Day to all. There's my mama. To all the moms out there working hard and not hardly working. We love you madly. We love keep doing your thing. Thank you for setting the direction for young men and women, especially how young men are supposed to treat a lady and how ladies are supposed to act ladylike. So I want to thank you all. Yes, happy Mother's Day, Danielle. Happy Mother's Day to all, everyone, my aunts, my uh, future mother-in-law, everybody. Happy Mother's Day, Miss Sonia. Thank y'all. All right, we out of here, family. I'm gonna go ahead and get me a nice steak. Be one, be safe, and be blessed. I'll holla. Peace. Make sure you hit that Cash App, PayPal. So, oh, before I forget, you can still buy Be My Baby for Christmas on iTunes. Make sure you go to Amazon.com and get The Commonwealth of Pennsylvania versus William H. Cosby, the true story of how Bill Cosby got railroaded. And let's see. And I'll let y'all know when I got some more seasoning coming up. All right. Y'all be safe and be blessed, family. I'll holla.